welcome to I Say Sir. Now, Mr. Kirioff, this will be the last one of the year because next Saturday, I believe, a very special yearly review video will come out, and that will take the place of the Q&A, sir.
It will, sir. It'll be massively special. Special in a way that very few things have been special before, sir.
Super, 100% pure special, good lord. Good, actual good McLord. McLord McLovin. Wasn't he from, oh my god, what was that film?
McLovin.
Yeah, we had the fake ID.
Fuck. I'm Googling it. I'm Googling it, I don't care.
What? Why have I forgot? Oh my god. McLovin. McLovin!
Superbad.
Superbad, yeah, Superbad. Good job, McLovin. Anyway, Mr. Kirioff, we go into the first question of the day. Good lord.
First question is, do you think there should be more games that can be modded? And that was from Tiimik.
Yes, I do, sir. Yes, I do. And the reason for this is because modding is an essential part of the PC community. If your game can be modded, the game has so much more lifespan, and the community stays active way beyond its release date. It is unbelievable. Yes, Mr. Kirioff, every game should have a full suite of modding tools. Every single goddamn game.
Yep, I agree with that. I mean, the whole reason I got into online gaming in the first place was thanks to a modded copy of Freelancer that had a full conversion mod that added systems and ships and items and trades and guns, and if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here today. And so, any game that must be modded, any game. I don't care what game it is, they should all be moddable. If they're not, then, well, it's just unacceptable. It's unacceptable in every way.
Well, just look at the number of games that have actually, they started out as mods. So Counter-Strike, that must be the biggest one. It has to be. That was a mod. In fact, Dota, that was a mod for Warcraft 3. Oh, look what we've got now. League of Legends, Dota 2, Heroes of New Earth. Where have all these games come from? They've come from a mod. Modding is such a wonderful thing. It embodies the psyche of the PC gamer.
And there needs to be more of it. More games should have it. More of them. Days End, look at the massive success.
Exactly, yeah. I couldn't
forget that. It's a standalone game, and it started out as a mod.
Natural Selection 2, that's a mod. But look at that, it's its own game now. Oh my god.
It needs to be done for every game.
Day Defeat was basically the very first game I ever played online in a clan. I've played games before online, obviously, but I was in a clan. I was in a team. Day Defeat, that's a Half-Life 1 mod. Multiplayer World War II shooter, it's a mod. All throughout our history, like Kirioff said, if it wasn't for a freelancer mod, he wouldn't be here. He just would not be here, and that is like these points throughout our gaming careers, our gaming lives. Mods are so prominent. So every game needs to have a full suite of modding tools. So that's all I need to say, Mr. Kirioff, on the subject.
Every single one. That's it.
Say.
Get on it, developers, now.
Now, make it happen. Unit Lost commands it, so make it so. As Picard would say. And in fact, that was a good mod as well. The
Sins of a Solar
Sacrifice
Empire,
of Angels, the Star Trek mod. And you go to places like Mod DB, there's loads of mods. God, Dawn of War, loads of mods. Sins of a Solar Empire, loads of mods. Look at the Steam Workshop, oh my god. Oh, look at Skyrim. Oh, look at Civilization.
Skyrim is like the example. The game can look completely fucking different when it was first released. It's insane. Mods, basically. So there. Yeah, Timmy. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We do think there should be more games that can be modded. We do.
Where do we go next, Mr. Kirioff? Good lord, thank you, Tiimik.
We go next to a question from Bugeaud. Bugwed? How do you pronounce your name? Bug-eyed? I don't know. Bugeaud. We've got a question from Bugeaud. And it is, how did WoW change gaming in a way other games seldom did before? I was close enough. What's your problem?
Well, the biggest thing with WoW is it introduced the MMO genre to the masses. You had, no longer was an MMO this thing that the big fat 40 or 50-year-old guy played in his mom's basement, like EverQuest or Ultima Online or whatever. They had a social stigma attached to them. World of Warcraft brought MMO gaming to the masses in a way which was never done before, and that's why it's so successful. It was so accessible, it was brightly coloured, it didn't look, dark and dingy. It didn't try and be realistic because it knew it couldn't be realistic. It also had very minimal system requirements as well, which did help it. But other MMOs were, like EverQuest and Ultima Online, obviously they had absolutely no system requirements because they looked terrible. But EverQuest 2 did come out at the same time as World of Warcraft, and if you compare the two, I slapped my microphone stand again. I apologise. If we compare the two, EverQuest 2 had like a much more complicated graphics engine, and it was a more complicated game to begin with. World of Warcraft was very accessible, and it was one of these things where it was coming off the back of Warcraft 3. A lot of people knew what Warcraft 3 was. They knew the story. Not so many people really understood what was going on in EverQuest 2. So I kind of think the biggest thing for me I can think of is just the fact World of Warcraft invented the modern day MMO genre by getting such a large audience in from other gaming areas and communities that would never have really played MMOs because of the social stigmas and because of the complexities and the difficulties of the game.
They basically took all the best parts from other MMOs and put them into a streamlined, easy to understand, easy to play, and low requirement package. So there's no longer this thing of, well, I can't play this because my computer can't run it, because everyone could run it. There's no longer the thing of, I don't understand what the hell's going on because, you know, you've got to talk to 18 NPCs to find out where the quest item is because it was handed to you on a plate. People might not like that, and I know there's a whole elitist thing about, oh, well, WoW's too easy, but that is what made it so popular. That's what started off this thing of everything being kind of like WoW, because WoW effectively got the perfect formula and made it accessible to every gamer on the planet. And as a result, they had like 11 million subscribers at the peak, which is not bad for a trend-setting MMO.
They might have had 12 or something like that. I don't
12?
know.
I'm sure with insanely big for an MMO.
Mr. Pandaria, or whatever it is, Mop. I think they went over 10 million again. And it might be around that still. Anyway, because a lot of people seem to regard that as an extremely good expansion. It kind of makes me want to jump in and find out what's going on. Maybe I will at Christmas, I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's the biggest thing World of Warcraft did. I don't know whether they originally... Well, I can't remember much of the origination of World of Warcraft, like where they actually came around to the thought of, you know, let's do this. I know it was a gamble from Blizzard because they obviously produced Warcraft 3, and I believe they were working on it at the same time as Frozen Throne, I think, for Warcraft 3. Well, they may have been working on it for a few years before. I'm not sure. There's a very old PC gamer, like an article, which I've seen on Reddit a couple of months back before Mop got released, which was quite good. It was like a blast from the past. It was like, check this out, you know, back in 2003, or something stupid like an advanced look at World of Warcraft. So it was a gamble on their part, a massive gamble, but it has paid off big style for Blizzard. And I don't know, I mean, looking into the future, Warcraft, I think that the thing I hate about Warcraft is the fact it has made MMOs easier to the point of everybody expects to see everything, which I don't agree with at all, because I believe that if you are the top 10%, you know, you should be getting the top 10% rewards, you know? You should be able to fight the hardest raid bosses and stuff like that, not give everybody access to that. I don't like that. I really hate that. But that's like the old school MMO game.
On the other hand, that's what made it so attractive and accessible, isn't it? It's like for some gamers it's not the best because it's too easy, but for the majority it's the perfect compromise. You still get to feel like you've achieved something, but at the same time you don't have to sit there for 18 hours a day to do so. So
yeah, exactly.
That's probably the biggest way it's done. It's achieved what it's achieved, hasn't it? It's all the reward for less of the effort, I guess.
I mean, you could be really nasty and say they've just invented the MMO theme park, and that's all it is. You turn up orderly queues, you go through the zones in the same way. You know, there's no real like organic discovery to it, and then you get all the rewards in the world, and it's great, and it's fine. And that's like that's being nasty. But as I say, so the positives, it has to be bringing MMOs to the masses, really. The MMO genre, really pushing it out there. People who would not have played an MMO game previous to World of Warcraft.
And it's made it no longer the dirty word of gaming. You're no longer automatically judged for playing an MMO, because everyone at some point has played an MMO. So it's become a common thing, which is always good.
So thanks for that, Bugeaud.
The next one from Plex. What's your take on game review sites, and how biased can they be? Now,
does Plex play EVE Online? Isn't that the pilot license extension thing?
I think it is. Yeah,
like
it is.
Yeah. Good lord.
See, with this, I reckon that it's it would be unfair to tar all review sites with the same brush. For instance, Rock Paper Shotgun, I think excellent review, excellent website. I like it. I read it a lot.
Yeah.
But there are other less savoury sites. I have to admit, I'm not a massive fan of like IGN, for instance. I'm not particularly keen on GameSpot, just because they're places like PC Gamer and Rock Paper Shotgun, that kind of thing. They seem to be a tad more honest, and
Kotaku.
Kotaku isn't even a website; it's just a labyrinth of text. How do you even navigate that site?
I look at the Kakaku, I look at it and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? It's just like loads of articles about Tokyo or Japan. I'm like, I don't care. Is this supposed to be? I don't even know why it's even in my bookmarks anymore. It's just bullshit. I think though, when I read this question back again, what's your take on game review sites and how biased can they be? I mean, there's obviously all the examples with the Mountain Dew and the friggin' Halo and all that shit that was going on. It is a well-known fact that websites like IGN and GameSpot, they will get paid to run articles on games. That's just the way the world works. If I want my Call of Duty game to get a 9 out of 10, I shall give you $1 million and you will give me a 9 out of 10. And that's what they do. And they're like, okay, that's fine. Because they're businesses and they're like generally running in like a quite a terrible money grabbing way. Now this is where things like YouTube channels are really starting to get a lot of traction, because we are not like that at all. We say what we think. I mean, we're notorious for it. We don't care. If something's shit, we're going to tell you it's really bad. Whereas a writer on IGN, he may think that personally, but he can't write that, because his editor will say to him, you need to write a positive article on Halo 4 or on Call of Duty Black Ops or whatever, and you need to be, really highlight the good points, not so much the bad points, but just throw a few in so it doesn't look too bad. Whereas we will just tell you what it is. And I think this is kind of like the evolution of gaming media to me. We're moving out of this system of people blindly reading absolutely crappy websites and just taking their word as gospel, and more towards the trusting of a personality on the internet, i.e. YouTube channels, and understanding them and then agreeing or disagreeing with what they say, but still fully, supporting them, whatever they say. So I don't know, that kind of doesn't really make sense. But what I'm trying to say is that I think the way it's starting to evolve now is much better for the industry as a whole, because there's less bullshit going around in certain channels that are getting bigger and bigger. So things like YouTube, even live streaming and stuff like that.
I agree with that. I think it's the I'd say the YouTube generation, as it were, is starting to.
Well, they banned it up as new media, don't they?
Yeah, but it's injecting a wave of honesty into games journalism.
Well, it's sort of, as if you look at it, it's like you had the newspapers, then you've had websites which sort of damage the newspapers. Now you've got things like the video media and the new media, the YouTubes, which are damaging the websites, because the websites have sort of transformed themselves back into traditional media, with taking bungs of cash to do things and stuff like that. Some haven't. I mean, obviously, like places like Rock Paper Shotgun haven't, which is a fantastic website. I read that daily. But yeah, I think that kind of answers the question, Mr. Kirioff.
It does. The final question from Kallenar again. The TV
Kallenar every week.
Every week. What do you want for Christmas? I know what I want. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I want. I want copious amounts of alcohol and probably.
Yeah, but that goes without saying. Come on, pour it in a nice mahogany box. Is that what you want, boy?
Yeah, always. And
oh my god, on a bed of sawdust. No, a bed of straw. A bed of cashmere infused with.
No, just a bed of cash. I'll take a bed of cash. So yeah, loads of alcohol, probably Vi on League of Legends, and
what the fuck?
And a Ferrari. Those are my three things I want for Christmas.
I want a penthouse apartment. I want a Ferrari. I want a Lamborghini. I'm a massive chav, so I want a white Range Rover. Rover. What the fuck? With
Mars Rover.
What's the body kit called on it? Oh my god. You can put a crazy, massively chavved up body kit on it. I want one of them. I also want a yacht, like Bill Gates' yacht, so basically a cruise liner. I think he sold it though. Maybe you could find out for me. I don't know. I need new monitors. My monitors are terrible. This is like, okay, let's go into realistic things, right? So we've gone through all the crazy stuff. I need monitors. So a couple of 24-inch monitors, maybe 27-inch, but it needs to be 1080p res because anything above that is just crazy. I would probably want SLI 690s. I think they are, or 680s. I think 690 is the new card, or 797s ATI Crossfire. 2 of them.
Wait, this is the realistic list, is it?
This is the realistic list, yeah. So we're already into the thousands and thousands at the moment. What else did I want? Well, I don't know. Actually, I think that's probably all I want at the moment.
That's your realistic list. Well, mine is actually slightly more realistic. What I actually want is a new guitar amp because mine's broken, and preferably a new second monitor. That's pretty much it. Oh, and a replacement Xbox 360 because mine's broken. And
well, all I'm going to end up with Christmas is a pair of socks, so it's like, well, whatever.
Well, yeah, realistically, I'll end up with probably a jumper, and that's about it. So,
jumper, cardigan, and a scarf,
and a pipe,
and a mahogany-laced cashmere platinum box of port.
Mahogany-laced cashmere. With gold-plated thread and
what? Oh, this is crazy! Oh my god! Right, we're
anyway,
getting out of
that's
here.
enough of that.
Shut up! We're getting out of here. This has gone bad. So, thanks for the questions, guys. Click the link in the description below and stick more questions on the Q&A. There won't be a Q&A next week because there will be the crazy year review thing where we're going to look back at the history of Unit Lost because we have essentially been active all this year completely solidly, which has been great. And I think we sort of stopped. The channel's been going for about a year and a half now. As a full-time thing, so we'll look back on the year and do a yearly review. And hopefully it'll be comedy, Mr. Kirioff. Comedy gold.
Of course it will.
We'll catch you next time, people. Toodaloo.